Hello Aries, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I will be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. And I wanted to say thank you to all of you for your well wishes. I am finally back on track. I'm feeling much better. No more vertigo, no more imbalance. I can finally do certain things in my life now. Goodness me, vertigo is terrible. Any illness is terrible. Oh, okay. We have sexuality here as well. Here we have a past life connection, a very intense connection where there's a lot of chemistry between the both of you. Then we have power. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for everyone out there. Some of the parts that do, you can definitely apply that to yourself, and the rest that doesn't, it's just meant for somebody else currently. They just need the message more than you. And I wanted to say sometimes people do feel that the energy is reversed. It is quite rare because I am focusing on the individual, but because there's so many out there, it is definitely possible. People are able to unknowingly absorb the energy of another person, and so sometimes this may even seem reversed. So it may seem like that, but that is not the intention. All right. Aries, you have here crisis, selfhood, and then you have feelings and emotions, followed by mystery, hearth and home, sexuality, power, sensuality, and fear under the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aries, I have never met anyone like you before. I have met many people, but I've never felt this overwhelmed. There's something about you that's very different, very unique. And right now my mind is in a crisis moment. I'm stuck. I'm confused because I'm overwhelmed with feelings and emotions. These emotions and these feelings need to be sorted out. It's difficult for me because I can't sort them out. And until I do, this state of confusion that I stay in, it will last. And for that reason, I can't make a decision. I can't make a move. I need to sort these out because these feelings are very overwhelming for my heart and my mind. I see you now as someone who is quite well off. You have power, and you are free. You are independent. At least to me, it's what it looks like. And you're taking care of yourself. You no longer are dependent on me. That intimidates me. That also means you just don't need me, because I see you being independent. I have feelings and emotions for you. And I don't really know where the depth of these feelings, where they come from. It's unknown to me. I have feelings and emotions for you, and I know that I can have them more for certain other people. But for some strange reason, for you, they are the highest amounts of feelings and emotions, affections. The depth is so real. And I think it's because I've had a past life connection with you. In my heart and my mind, I can't put my finger on it, but I do feel that you and I might just have a spiritual connection. I often question, why are you in my life? What was this reason? Are we meant to be? Were we meant to be? Why is it that the universe put you on my path? And this love, this feeling, this emotion that I have, I think it's connected to me being spiritually bonded with you. With you, I also feel that you are my hearth and home. There's this unique feeling of comfort that I only get from you, as though you were like family. I have never felt so pulled by desire in my entire life sexually. It's as if you are just intoxicating. I can just look at you and I feel like I'm drunk. That's how sexy you are. I want your body. And it's difficult for me to even control myself sometimes. But I don't know why it's so intense. And I have no idea why I have allowed myself to get into this temptation. You do have power over me. You make me weak in the knees, and you make me emotionally vulnerable. You have power over me, and you don't even know it. Not only do I have sexual feelings for you, but the sensuality, your aura, it's just amazing. You are so tantalizing, alluring, beautiful. I want to be with you. I want to be intimate with you. And it's mind-blowing. These feelings are so intense. And I know it doesn't make sense, but it scares me. Because I've never felt like this before. I've never experienced this intensity, which is why it's overwhelming for me. I don't want to lose you, but I'm also very nervous, and I get anxiety when I think about you, and when I think about how I can bring things together. I simply get nervous because I am overwhelmed. All right, Aries. Holy moly. This is either a twin flame connection, soulmate, it could even be a karmic partner. These are ridiculously twin flame soulmate type cards. The reason I say this, and I'm just going to briefly go over this, it's a few cards, it's fine, you know, you've moved on, or you haven't, but it looks like you've moved on. This person feels very comfortable with you as though you're like family. But being overwhelmed because of the feeling of a past life connection is very common. For some reason, when people have a past life connection, the soul does remember. And it remembers the feelings and emotions that it used to have in the past life, and it comes through into this lifetime. Just through emotions and feelings, no memories. Here we have a lot of emotions and feelings to the point where it's overwhelming. And many of you may know and feel this, that sometimes you meet someone and the chemistry is off the charts. Sensuality and sexuality along with power. The person makes you weak. That's what this is. They feel weak being in your company, and so they melt like butter on toast. And yeah, this is a very powerful, very strong spiritual connection. And for those of you that are going through this, I know exactly how you feel. So understand this, you're not alone. Those feelings, you know, the chemistry, the physical chemistry, the intimacy, it is off the charts. If one was to describe it, that's exactly how you could describe it. Here we have the Lover's Path Tarot. I'm going to be looking into what's the reason why most of these things happened. The negativity. You got two cards coming out here. Oh, very interesting. You have here the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups too. So here you have the Queen of Cups. You have an extra card that came out. You have the Nine of Cups, and then you have the King of Cups. So let's look at the first card here. We have Queen of Cups. This talks about the individual that you are dealing with in the past. They were feeling very overwhelmed by emotions that need sorting out. Did I not just say that? Remember the crisis card? Right in the beginning, I said that this person needs to sort out their feelings, right? Well, this is double confirmed here. It says here, overwhelmed by emotions that need sorting out. The need to take control of one's feelings, because they thought and they were thinking that there was a lot of disharmony in this relationship. They just didn't know any better. Then you have the Nine of Cups. This talks about complacency, taking a relationship for granted. That's what they did. They were overindulging, and there was an inability to receive pleasure and a sense of dissatisfaction in the past. Here we also have the King of Cups. What they wanted to do was they had a desire to have more control over their aspirations and what they wanted. What they needed to do and what they need to do now is to stop fantasizing and finally get to work in regards to this connection. There was inconsistency, and this person may have also been unreliable. So that's a pretty strong message. So definitely, like I said, this person is so overwhelmed that it's difficult for them to even think straight. They can't think straight. It's like their wires have been crossed and tied up, and they're just confused. They've just never had so much affection and love for someone and desire for someone, where it clouds their judgment and it just makes them confused. All right, so, okie dokie. I have here overwhelmed, right? 10 of Wands. The person is overwhelmed. So they're still overwhelmed. I'm looking into the intentions or plans that this individual may have. Wow, 2 major arcanas. You have the Magician, followed by the star. Four of Pentacles. This has come up a few times during this particular upload. All right, so you do have a few extra things that came out here. One extra card. So you have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas, big changes happening. However, we do have the Ten of Wands, which talks about a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, restrictions and constraints that this person is dealing with. Then we have Magician. What they truly want to do is manifest you into their life. So they are trying to get all the tools, all the mechanisms that they can get and try to make things just perfect so that the both of you can be together. And yes, Star card. They feel that someday, some way, we will meet again. And they are trusting the universe to do this for them. Here you also have the Star card. Not the Star card, sorry, which was the Star card. The next card is the Hangman. After they have tried to manifest and tried to put in the effort, they're simply going to see and just wait and see your reaction. After that, yes, this is what they call the 1111 card. So you do have two cards, very spiritual here. The person wants to have a long-lasting relationship with you, with a home, with a future. Under the bottom of the deck, you do have the Four of Pentacles. So there may be certain things that they may have on their mind right now. They're just not able to focus on certain things. So they're just holding really close to their heart certain ideas or beliefs. They are even holding close to their heart the fact that they don't want to let you go. Remember the Fear card. Just a little bit of fear, not wanting to let you go. They're too afraid of losing you too. They're nervous, but they also don't want to lose you. So yes, Aries, this person is going to reach out, but there's going to be them reaching out, then there's going to be pause, and then they're going to be waiting for you to respond. That's what I see here. However, keep in mind, it almost seems as if this person really is quite overwhelmed. And the overwhelmment can be with burdens like responsibilities, family issues, health issues, financial issues. You know, it's not always about another man or another woman. There's many other issues all of us face, right? So this person is burdened. All right, I have here Doreen Virtue's Archangel Answer cards. I'm just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangel Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. And they are here for your greater good, what will make your soul happy. Because if your soul is happy, then your body and your mind will also be healthy and happy. We have improving health. They would like you to remain positive. Okay. Try to keep that positivity in your life. Then we have compromise. Meeting in the middle, letting go of a few things in your life that may be keeping you both apart. You adjust a little bit, they adjust a little bit, and then you meet in the middle. So this is going to happen with both of you. It's not going to be one-sided. So you do have here trust in the Christ consciousness. Through Christ you can get to Jehovah. From there, in your mind's eye, you can call upon Archangel Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel to guide you and to protect you throughout the entire situation. Let them know what you are having issues with, and they will send you messages. Here we have a year from now, so this is going to take some time. But keep in mind, this person is really overwhelmed, right? So we are not robots. Things take time, and we have to be genuine. There's no reason to rush anything, because if you do, it might not be genuine. You will get an opportunity in the future when you're going to compromise to actually communicate clearly. And Aries, 10 out of 10, man, this reading is, I mean, it's romance, spiritual romance. You had 2 cards in this reading, past life connection. And I'm just going to get to that in just a moment. So yes, either you are twin flames, karmic partners, or soulmates, or any other type of spiritual connection. This is definitely very strong. And you guys can feel this, even in your sleep. What they're telling you is definitely communicate clearly. So one day in the future, you're going to get a chance to talk to this person. You know, don't mock them, don't taunt them, don't be indirect. Don't be sarcastic. Be very careful when you send something and text something or email something. Read it over to yourself a few times, because the tone might end up ruining something, right? We only have a limited amount of time and opportunities, so try to make the most of it. They are saying here that a year from now, so now until the next few months, there are going to be major changes coming along. Here I'm going to suggest 2 packages for those of you that may need it. So for these 2 cards, improving health and remain positive. This connection may have been, and I understand if it is a spiritual connection, it's very draining. It's energetically extremely draining. There's a lot of anxiety with the health issues. There's anxiety, there's stress, and there's depression. This actually attracts a lot of negative energy. And for that reason, with the negative energy, you are unable to stay positive. And that's what they're saying, to try to remain positive. So this is why I would recommend that for those of you that feel some type of negative energy, energetically you just feel really down. You feel maybe that goodness is not coming to you. Things have been blocked. I have a chakra checkup package, and it's slightly different than the negative energy package. Chakra checkup covers everything. So I look into your home, I look into around your aura and inside of your body to see how many negative energies you have, what types, and I teach you how to get rid of them safely. This package is more like a tool that you will have for the rest of your life, and it basically teaches you how to get rid of negative energies and stay in that positive kind of bubble. But if ever you feel that someone has, you know, some people feel someone jinxed them or someone has done witchcraft on someone, maybe you feel haunting in your house, any kind of negative energy, it gets rid of it. And that's why I created it, because I've been there, done that. You want something done, you've got to do it yourself. And so I finally ended up doing it myself, and it works. Also, I teach you how to realign your energy centers, which are your chakras, and I show you how many negative energies you have and which one's out of balance. But my method is different than a typical yogi's method. So it's not the typical way that you would do online as everybody does yoga. My methods are different, but with the grace of God, they are effective. And so for those of you that may feel negative energy around you, or the feeling as if maybe you have jealous people around you, right? It drains you. So I do recommend that you can definitely get the chakra checkup, and that will help. And the material that I have, it's around. So, you know, in the future, 5 years down the road, maybe you feel like you want to just cleanse the place up again, and then you have it. All right. I also wanted to talk about this card, plus the card that you had before, which was Mystery. Those are past life cards for me. This is how I interpret them. And the impact, it's so huge. Some of you who are feeling that you cannot let go of this person, you are obsessing over this person, like I mean obsessing, where you can't sleep properly. I mean, some people even end up in the hospital. I've had like clients that are just so distraught and depressed. It's terrible, right? But it happens. It shouldn't happen. We're all people. We all deserve good health, but it does happen. And that's just the way love is sometimes, right? This particular package that I have, which is the past life package, I look into the connection that you both have now spiritually, what your lives were like in a past life, and then I tell you what were the karmic lessons. Was there a karmic lesson? What was the reason why this person came into your life now? Who had requested that? Was it you or was it them? So there's a lot of things that come up within those readings. I also see visions. So it's as if I do illustrate what I see, what I hear, what I smell. And according to that, it just gives you a much better picture as to what happened in the past and how is this affecting you now. And for some of you that need closure, this is a nice package. It provides you with that clarity, with that guidance, and it gives you that sense of closure. For some of you that simply want to know, why is it bothering and hurting you so much? This is why I created this package. It takes me a very long time personally to do it, but once it's out there, it's just, I feel like it's one of the most amazing things. Past lives are really interesting. Sometimes they're good and sometimes it's very tragic, because all of you know on the planet we have not had such a good history. There's been a lot of wars. Lives were cut short. And so there's a lack of closure in many of the circles and the cycles that we have had. Many people come back into this life because things were cut short back then. All right, Aries, that was your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your respective situations. And I do have an announcement to make, which I hardly do. I never make announcements. So, brought to you by popular demand, which is what I always wanted to say, I have officially opened another channel. Yes, it's called Asnointia Audio, because so many of you have mentioned my voice, complimented me on that. Some of you have even mentioned that I should have created another channel just with me speaking. So I have. And it's not just me, rambling on and on about something unrelated. It's basically all the information and the observations that I've had in doing these type of readings. So I do explain a little bit about spiritual connections, about relationships. I am hoping to add further information, and I want to be providing some guidance and advice in terms of relationships, because I advise people all the time during my readings anyway. So definitely have a look at that. It's Asnointia Audio. And definitely, if you can, please like, share, and subscribe. It's new, but I was not going to make any channel at all. But wow, just the response, the inspiration that I got from all of the comments, the motivation that I've received. It's just, I can't imagine that I would have done something like this, but I have. And it's all because of you guys. Thank you so much for your support, for believing in me, and for basically encouraging me for something I never even thought was important. I never thought the way I speak is important in any way, but somehow it sounds nice to all of you that have mentioned this to me, and thank you so much. I hope to see you guys again soon, and thank you once again for viewing the video. All right, you all take care and stay safe. Bye now.